ass tonight. I hope I remember tonight. 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 Free yourself and live tonight.
Switched it up.
I'm gonna fight 'em out. A 7-nation army couldn't hold me back. the motto. That's the motto. Out in the range, can't feel my face, the windows down. Back to my place, my birthday cake is coming out. The way it's hitting like I could go all night. Don't want no bloodshot eyes, so hold my drink. That's the motto. That's the motto.
Shop signature collections of jackets, jewelry, artwork, furniture, rugs, and more, all from independent sellers. Etsy has it. For you. For all budgets. For any occasion. Shop Etsy.com today.
Hello, guys. What's going on? Welcome back for season 4, the Bells Mafia Dynasty 2023 league or season. Looking forward to getting another season underway here, and we got some changes coming up. I threw up the taxi squads for the time being, just so you can see what it looks like, even though we won't need them. The manual changes since we're switching over platforms. It's cut off there for yours, Sean. Let's see if I can. There we go. Yeah. So luckily, with our switch over to Sleeper, these manual changes will be a thing of the past, so you won't have to worry about it. But these are, as of right now, what the taxi squads look like. For those that haven't downloaded Sleeper yet, or at least made an account, start doing that within the next week or so. And then once you make an account, I'll get you invited to the league and assign you your team. So everything is in here for all the teams, the rosters. I had to do that manual import for all of them. So your roster as of the end of last year should be the same here for all your starters and your bench. And now down below, you'll see your taxi squad, which will now be automatic moves, so you don't have to worry about submitting manual changes to me for taxi squads. You can just do it yourself here. So as long as you have an open spot, you can just click whoever you'd like and move them up to your active roster whenever you'd like throughout the season at any point. And for Sleeper, there's a few new features that they have compared to what we were doing. Most of the stuff is the same, obviously, with just like the playoff format, the week we start playoffs, how many teams. There we go. As far as IR, you can, if they're designated to NA or out or COVID, those are all eligible, so you can move them down there. We did not have suspended before, but if we want, we could put that on there as well. Draft pick trading, that's all automatic as well now, so you can trade those as you wish on your team, because you'll see all of your future draft picks on there. You won't have to worry about submitting over text and confirm with the other team. You don't have to do that anymore for submitting it through me. You can just do it yourself. So it's all included on Sleeper, which is another great perk of switching over. So for the taxi squad slots, I know most teams right now are between 10 or 15. For the ones that have more players, they're between 10 and 15 each. So I know we used to have 16 spots max for our rule, but they only do intervals of 5 on Sleeper here. Once you get past 10, it's intervals of 5. So I just bumped it up to 20. So you'll have some extra space for this year's rookies that you draft. And then, you could do as you wish or make some decisions on who you want to keep. But I figured I'd just add a few more spots so people can have, each person can have a little more wiggle room with who they like to keep. So now getting into the experience, we used to have the free agents expire after 3 years of drafting. So, like, say for these guys you drafted 2021 draft, they'll expire summer 2024. So Sleeper instead does NFL experience. So instead of having it as when you draft them exactly, it's going to be years of experience in the NFL, which will lengthen the time frame that they could stay on your squad, because some of these guys may not even have any NFL experience before they expire, say next summer in 2024. But now with this adjustment for taxi squad, you can now keep them for longer. So if they have more than 3 years of experience in the NFL, you have to activate them off the taxi squad, or you'll be forced to remove them if they're not on your active roster. So I set it to 3 years, since we had it as 3 years on here originally for free agency. And Sleeper will notify you like once they have after more than 3 years, they'll let you know that you have to activate them. But that gives each team a little more time to make decisions on who they want to keep or move up or down. So this new feature on here is another thing that Sleeper has that we weren't doing previously. So for this taxi squad deadline, up until the first game of the regular season this year on that Thursday night, as of right now, until that day on Thursday in September, you're now allowed to move players up and down your taxi squad because originally you can only move them up to your active roster, and we said once you move them up, you can't move them back down. But for Sleeper, up until the start of the regular season, you can now move players up and down willingly. So if you have anyone right now on your starting roster that has less than 3 years of NFL experience, you can push them back down to the taxi squad, and that will free up an active roster spot for you. So anyone on your active roster that has less than 3, you can move them back down, and you can swap. Put guys up to your active roster from taxi squad, vice versa. So I'll send a text about that too, just so anyone that's not watching right now or watches this at some point, they'll know. So yes, you can now move guys up and down, back down to the taxi squad if you'd wish, up until that first game of the regular season on here. And then once the regular season starts for us this year, then it's only a one-way street. So once that first game happens, you can only move them up like we normally have. So it's just for temporary reasons until that regular season. You can move up and down. Once we start, then it's just a one-way like we normally have. So I believe that's it for the Sleeper overview. All the points are the same. The only difference was that Sleeper did not have a filter for 60-plus yard field goals, because ESPN we had 50 to 59 yards was 5, and then 60-plus. In the rare instance that your kicker makes a 60-plus yard field goal, you get the extra 1 point for 60. It'd be 6 points for 60-plus, but Sleeper only does it up to 50, so I just kept it as 5. So 50-plus is now 5, but everything else is the same as ESPN. Should be nice not to have to worry about the manual adjustments for Taxi Squad anymore. You can move those up and down as you wish anytime. Same thing with draft pick trading. You can just include it on the desktop browser here, or the app. You can just include it in your trade, and it'll automatically put it through and process for your draft picks. So I believe that's it. So other than that, just download the app and make an account within the next week or so. After our draft next week, I'll get everyone assigned to their team, and then everyone should be set for that. I don't think I missed anything. So I think that's it for right now. As far as for Sleeper overview, if you got any questions too, you can message me in the chat or text me later, and I can help you out with moving that. So besides that, I think we're ready to go. So I'll get this on over here. There we go. Okay. So we're using just the same one we always have for the draft lottery, the first one here. So it's 4 non-playoff teams, as we always have done, based on inverse order of standings from last year. And I believe it was a 4-way tie for last year. I just looked at the inverse standings, but yeah, the standings last year were as close as we've ever had, because everyone was within 1 or 2 games of each other at the end of the season, because it was that close. So everyone I think was like 6-8 that missed it, and the rest of the playoff teams were like 7-7 and 8-6. But we're just doing inverse order based on last year's standings for regular season, and doing the weighted distribution that we have here for 40%, 30%, 20%, and 10%. Derek, you were third last with 20, and Jeremy, you were fourth last for there. Okay. So we have Watson, Buffalo, Juice, Team Horn. 40, 30, 20, 10 for all this. Okay. All right, drum roll for the draft order for this year. It will be 2023. This is what we have. So we'll go fourth to first, as we always do. So fourth place, Jeremy, Team Horn. Third place will be Juice is Loose, Derek. Second place, Buffalo Expectations. And then that would mean first would be Andrew Watson's AI and Lawsuit. So, no movement this year. Yeah, everyone stayed the same as far as we had for that order. So, fourth to first stays the same here. So, Team Horn, that's Jeremy. Oh, I'll just put the team name. Team Horn. Juice is Loose, Derek. And Full Expectations. And Andrew Watson's AI. All right, so there's your draft order for this year for Rookie Dynasty. Yeah, so that'll be our draft order for this year. Watson, Buffalo Juice. Okay, got those right. Yeah, so we're planning on next week to have it. Yeah, we'll see, Chase. Hopefully he does. Draft's tentatively scheduled for next Monday the 28th at like 7:30, around 7:30, 8 o'clock. So we can do Duff's again if everyone wants to do that, or we can find somewhere else if we want to go out just for the draft. Only 6 rounds for the 10 teams, so it shouldn't take more than an hour since it's just the rookie draft. But I believe that's it. If you got any message or if you got any questions, feel free to send a message in the chat. I'll hang around for a few minutes. Otherwise, yeah, download Sleeper, make an account, and I'll talk to you guys next week on Monday for the draft. So, all right. Have a good night, guys. See ya.
Bills make me wanna kick your heels up and throw your hands up and throw your head back and come on now. The Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah, 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 yeah. Shout it right now, baby. Come on, come on. Come on and shout. Yeah, Buffalo's happening now. We're on the move now. The Bills are happening now. They're making it happen now. We got the spirit, a lot of spirit, yeah. We got the spirit. Just watch it happen now. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo. The Bills make me wanna shout. The Bills make me wanna shout. Kick your heels up and shout.